Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Average Joe, the series where I will be taking a look at a vehicle and telling you whether or not I believe it's worth your time, or in this case, your money. In this episode, we'll be looking at a Rank VII German Premium MBT, the Leopard 2 PzBtl 123. Or as I'll be calling it for the rest of the video, the Leopard 2A4, because that is just what this vehicle is. It's a premium reskin of the Leopard 2A4, which can be found in the German, Italian, and Swedish tech trees, at 10.3 battle rating. Now before we jump into this, I just want to say that I am not the best player whenever it comes to modern battle tanks. I don't typically play anything above 9.0 because I don't think it's that fun, so take everything I'm about to say about this vehicle with a grain of salt. With that out of the way, let's jump right into what this vehicle is capable of, starting with the weaponry. The Leopard 2A4 has a 120mm gun with an incredible armor penetration value and really good post-pen damage to go with it. This gun is going to be able to go through basically everything you see so long as you don't hit ERA or ricochet off the front plate of some MBTs like the Abrams. To go with that, the turret rotation speed on this vehicle is very good for the battle rating, being faster than basically every Eastern MBT that you can face, and being either on par, if not better, than every Western MBT that you can also be paired with. You also have 9 degrees of gun depression and 20 degrees of gun elevation, which, though not the best at this battle rating, is still very, very good. You also have a laser rangefinder and a thermal sight for your gunner to help you get your gun on target. Though everything about this gun might sound amazing on paper, it does have one downside that keeps it from being my favorite gun at this battle rating, and that is its reload rate being slightly below average for the battle rating, with it having a default reload rate of 7.8 seconds. To go with your main gun, you also have two 7.62 machine guns, one being a coaxial machine gun and one being roof mounted. They won't come in handy all too often because, let's be honest, at top tier, shooting at a jet with a 7.62 machine gun isn't really going to do much more than annoy it, but you know, you can at least let them know you don't really like them being there. Speaking of things that you don't like, let's talk about your teammates. At the battle rating of 10.3, most of your allies are going to be in premium vehicles as well. Now there's nothing wrong with that, other than the fact that they're most likely new players that just bought their way to top tier and have no idea what they're doing. This means that you're going to have to carry a lot of your matches, being really the only thing stopping the enemy team from going straight to your spawn and making it to where you don't get to play the game anymore. Now this isn't really a fault on the vehicle, but I just thought that I should mention it in case you do get this thing, you know what to expect. With that out of the way, let's move on to survivability, because this thing is very survivable. Let's start with the most obvious part of your survivability, your turret armor. This stuff is really good. Your turret can block most shots, and whatever shots it doesn't block, odds are your optics or your cannon breach will. However, to go with that, your hull armor is pretty much non-existent. If you bring more than 16 rounds of ammo, you're going to have ammo right there in the front, and it is not hard to hit. It is not hard to go through that plate of armor either, right in front of it. So if you bring more than 16 rounds, expect to die in one shot every time you get shot. So why is 16 this magical number for the Leopard 2A4? Well, because if you bring any more, you're going to start storing ammo in the hull. If you bring 16 or less, you'll keep all of it in the turret in the ready rack. The ready rack has blowout panels, meaning if you get shot in the ammo rack and you only have ammo in the turret, it won't kill you. Instead, the ammo is going to burn up, you're going to be down to just whatever is loaded in the gun already, but you won't be dead. And I personally believe that not being dead is a lot better than being dead. Just my opinion though. And another thing that's going to keep you from meeting Jack Skellington is your smoke grenades. You have 16 of them and you fire them in sets of 2. These things are going to be your lifeblood a lot at Modern. Use them frequently whenever you get shot, but not so frequently that you can't shoot back at them or block your teammates' line of sight. Be conscious of your smoke grenades, please. So, take good turret armor, a blowout ammo rack, and a lot of smoke grenades, and you have yourself a very survivable tank so long as you keep only the turret poking out. If you can find a crater caused by a bomb, a pile of rubble in a city, or just a hill to poke your gun over, it does not matter what it is. If you can just keep your turret facing the enemy and poked over cover, it's going to be very hard for the enemy to kill you. Now, obviously they can still disable your gun and try to push you, but hopefully your position is good enough to where it's going to be either too open for them to do so, or they just flat out won't have the time to make it to you. Now then, let's talk about mobility. You are not the fastest tank by any means, but you are also not slow. You may not be as mobile as an Abrams, but you're still going to be able to get to where you need to be pretty reliably before the enemy. That's about it for mobility. Sorry. Overall, this tank is just really good. I'd argue it's probably the best 10.3 in the entire game, because it's just flat out capable of literally anything you need it to do, short of anti-air work. With it having a very good main gun, it having very good survivability, it being very mobile for its battle rating, while also having all this armor and firepower, it's just good at everything from CQB to sniping to flanking. Whatever you need it to do, it will do. This vehicle can really make you wonder where the term Germany suffers even came from, because it's so good at just about everything that it makes you wonder how could somebody even say that. With all of that out of the way, let's get to the stuff that you're actually here for. Do I think that this vehicle is worth it? And before I give you that answer, I just want to tell you right now, this vehicle recently went up in price as of the recording of this video. It was $60 back when it was only a rank 6 vehicle. Since it moved up to rank 7, it is now $65. But what you get in the premium pack has not changed. It's still only going to give you 15 days of premium and 2,000 golden eagles. I just want that to be known before anything else. With that out of the way, do I believe that this vehicle is worth the $65 price tag? Not a chance. Not a chance. In no world is a War Thunder vehicle worth $65. Especially with the price going up to $65 and it not getting anything else added to the premium pack. It's just not worth it in my opinion. Now, if you can get this thing on sale, like a 50% sale, go for it. If you really want a top-tier vehicle to grind out the German ground tech tree, this thing is very, very good at it. However, if it's not on sale, I do not think it is worth it at all. Now, who am I to tell you how to spend your money? I've made poor financial decisions in this game. At this point, I feel like everyone that's played it has. Do what you want, but if you came here for a recommendation of whether or not I think it's worth it, I don't think it is. If it's on sale, go for it. If not, don't waste your money. With all this being said, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. Please let me know in the comments if there's any vehicles you'd like to see in the future for the series, or any other video ideas for that matter. Have a good one.